Hey, it's Terry with Terry Lynn with Live True Coaching. Today I wanted to talk about daily movement. You know, we get in our ruts, we get in our modern lifestyle comforts, and we lose the ability to be in touch with what our body needs. For me today, I found myself with an hour in the morning of free time. I'm not at home, and I had relatively comfortable shoes on, though I think what I'm going to start doing is keeping a pair of walking shoes in my car, because I've been trying to walk even more. So I thought to myself, well, I could sit in my car and look at Facebook. I could finish putting my mascara on, which I didn't have time to do this morning. You know, kind of just dilly-daddle. Or get outside and take a walk, even just a half an hour. Easy to do in Arizona when 98-99% of the days are sunny. This is true. And it's actually very inviting to do so in an area and a climate like this. This is one of the reasons why I live here. But you know what? It did take a little bit of decision making on my part to even do that, as beautiful as it is outside. Because we tend to want to just do what's easy, and sitting in my car would have given me some kind of payoff, but it would have been way different than the payoff I'm going to get for just taking a walk. I know that my day today is going to be filled with a lot of sitting the rest of the day, at least until 5:30. So trying to find a little bit of time in your day to just get out and move is going to be huge for your health, for your mental clarity, getting the sun on your skin. I took my sweater off just to get a little bit of sun on me. Not that it's going to make any much of a difference. There's a rose garden where I am right now, and I'm just kind of walking around there. And thinking outside of the box. I think that's what we need to do, or get rid of the box altogether, right? So we start thinking, getting in these ruts of how our day is planned and what we do, and what's possible or what's not possible. And that kind of works against us. So let's go with this analogy. If we think outside the box, or get rid of the box, like I said, what happens is all of a sudden our goals become more clear. Our goals are more in the forefront of our minds because we're not constricted by this set of expectations that we have put on ourselves or allowed others to. All of a sudden, I know people are looking at me and I don't care. What is this woman doing talking to her phone? I guess it's becoming more commonplace. But what do we really want? And when what we really want is clear in our heads, then and couple that with not allowing ourselves to be driven every day by unnecessary limitations, then our brain, being that it's a goal-seeking mechanism, figures out a way to reach our goals. It just does. Things fall into place. So this might seem like a little thing, taking a walk. I'm probably going to take a half an hour because I am going to go in my car and finish my mascara. But you know what? It's going to make a difference. To get out and walk in the morning, there's something special about that. You feel like you're more energized the rest of the day. If you're a coffee drinker, if you walk instead in the morning, if you can, you might find you don't need that anymore. I'm not a coffee drinker. But I would imagine that that could be of some benefit in that regard. I'm just going to go back this way. So it changes your outlook on the day if you can get something done in the morning. If you can't, for me, I look forward to the time in the day that I can, because it becomes, I don't want to use this word necessarily, but it does become addicting in a way. And let me explain that a little bit. Something being addicting has a negative connotation, and it should. It's kind of what the word means. But I think in regards to daily movement, you might think it's quote addicting, but it's been my experience anyway, the way I would see it, is you start to gravitate more towards what's good for you. Call that an addiction if you want. I just think it's becoming more aware of what you need. Here, I'm going to show you these roses a little bit. I don't see any of this. Very pretty. Very nice little area right here. You know, it's like once you start doing things for yourself and your body, be it your physical being or your mental being, the reaction is, I really like that. It's unconscious reaction. We want more of that. And it's not a chore. It's not a chore. You actually enjoy it. And isn't that what it's about? It's not about forcing yourself. Maybe at first it is. Just like anything else that you do that you cognitively know is good for you. You say, all right, because you're in a pattern that's unhealthy. So you say, all right, that's why we have brains, right? I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to do such and such. And if it truly is to your benefit, if it truly is good for you, your body's going to respond. You are going to respond in a way that tells you, yes, thumbs up on this, more of this, please. And that's your feedback. So I guess that was my message today, is thinking outside the box when we're talking about daily movement. I have a funny little story. I don't know. It just makes me chuckle every time I think about it, of something like that. So this was a number of years ago, 5-6 years ago, and I was really learning that every little thing in daily movement makes a difference. And I just had so much energy. So I was shopping in the grocery store with my father, who really doesn't know me all that well. And we picked up a watermelon. It was a pretty big watermelon, or at least I picked it up. We were going to buy it. And he's pushing the cart, and I grabbed the watermelon. And little old me, I've got this huge watermelon. It probably weighed 15 pounds at least. And I wouldn't put it down. And he's looking at me funny. And he was just almost getting disgusted. Like, put it in the cart. I'm like, no, I'm good. I like it. And he said something a couple times. I don't recall the exact words. But he just thought it was silly. And I was trying to take the opportunity to walk with a little bit of weight in my hands, to feel my arm muscles, get a little bit of a pump. And it's just so foreign to people. And no, not blaming him at all for that thinking, because it's just where he is at and where a lot of people are at. But I kept on holding the watermelon until we got to the checkout. And that's when I realized that I was really starting to enjoy movement and understanding that there are opportunities every single day to get in a lot more movement than we do get in, at least as far as the average person gets in. And all that stuff does add up. They tell you to park your car farther away from the door. I do that mostly because I don't want door dings, but there's an added benefit to it for walking, and it does add up. And people are starting to realize that whole thing. Now they got their Fitbits, and I even have something on my phone at the end of the day that tells me how many steps. It's a fun little app. So modern technology has taken us far away from the movement that our body was designed to do. And this is not good. Use technology when you have to. Yes. And that's how my father saw it, is we've advanced. We have all this technology. We have carts now. We have electric doors. I open the door, even if there's an option to push the button. Call me crazy. I walk up the flights of stairs in the airports with my bags instead of the escalator if there's a choice. And I get stairs. Works for me. Just those little decisions every day can make a difference. So I invite you to make little changes in your day so you can get some more sun on your skin, so you can get more movement in your day. And you don't have to plan that. You don't have to plan an hour or two at the gym to do that. There will be benefits to it, not the same as going to the gym an hour or two, but there will be benefits to it. And most of us, if not all, most of us would benefit from just moving more during the day. Very few people would not benefit more from that. So that's my message today. Hope it gave you a little inspiration. Until next time, Terry Lynn with Live True Coaching.